All right, I started recording. Got about 5 minutes in, and then my Mac ran out of space, so I had to go clean a whole bunch of stuff out. But I'll go through the whole spiel again of C1x Road to launch day 11. Why it's a day later than I thought it was going to be. Filmed a real short video yesterday morning. We got all the new button designs in. It was looking pretty good. Signed off because I had to go play a disc golf tournament round. I was expecting to do a decently long video later yesterday, and that never happened. And it wasn't due to a lack of not working on C1X. So I pushed the app yesterday to my personal phone so that I could score my tournament round yesterday and today and tomorrow. Score it on C1X. And this was the new version, V0.0.4. Worked great on my personal phone yesterday for the whole round. Scoring worked well, stats worked well. All the bug fixes I had implemented from the previous version the testers have, where like C1 and regulation stats aren't right and tapping on rounds isn't working, and all that stuff seems to be addressed. So most of it was working exactly as intended, with the exception of the share button. So the thing that I spent so much time working on earlier this week, getting that share button in, getting the image right, not working at all. So if I tap the button on my personal phone, nothing happened. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I opened up my laptop, started working on it at like 3 o'clock just because I wanted to see what was going on. My assumption was that it was like a physical device issue. Sometimes the way the simulators respond to certain inquiries, requests versus how physical devices do is different. So I started testing it on a physical device, at least running it from this code, and the share button was still working just fine on a physical device on my actual phone. So the test version was working well, but pushing it to test flight to myself in the release build was not. So I then proceeded to spend like 7 hours yesterday. I started working on it at like 3 once I got back from my tournament round. It was like 9:45 last night by the time I finally called it quits. And I've got... so every time I push this test flight build, I have to upload a new build to Apple. I have to let them process it. I have to download it onto my phone. It's a whole ordeal. When I first got version 4, what we're on right now, onto my personal phone, that was like Wednesday, and I was on build 4. So I had just one build for every version. That's where we're at. So we're at build 4 for version 4. Currently I'm at build 17, which means that I pushed 13 builds to test flight yesterday. That was all yesterday afternoon and evening. At 9:45, I was largely fed up with it. I hadn't gotten it to work. It was different, solving certain problems, not solving other ones. I got the button to actually do something, but then the app would crash, or it would pop up a crazy image that took up the whole screen, or lots of very quirky things going on. 9:45 hit. I was like, I gotta stop. I'm losing my mind over this. Ready to throw my Mac out a window. But I had one last fix, version 17, that I thought was maybe worth a try, so I pushed it, got it saved, pushed it on a test flight, but was like, I'm not even gonna test it. I need to go to bed with a little bit of hope that maybe this one's gonna work. And lo and behold, it did. So when I was trying yesterday, tapping the share button on this screen, just didn't do anything. Didn't crash the app, just didn't do anything. But now if I tap the share button, we get the save image. So I was pretty stoked about that. That finally got the testing version working as intended this morning at like 9 a.m. So I didn't record any of that, but it's C1X got like 8 hours of my attention last night just trying to fix an issue that I thought was already in there. So now that that's done, got a few things we're going to try and do. So the first was test on Android. I hadn't actually tested any part of this build on Android yet, made sure that the buttons worked, just made sure that everything in general worked as it was on the simulator and on test flight now. Because now at least the version I have on my phone works as intended. Is more or less ready to go out to users in a new update. Right now users are still on V3, which is when this was a green background, the buttons all looked normal, this view looked completely different. Glad to see that this also seems to be working right now. But yeah, so I want to test on Android. I want to go through, make sure all the buttons that we're going to change, at least for now, are changed. There's going to be some popovers that have buttons that I'm not going to change just yet. Make sure that all of this stuff is working. It seems like we already did the tutorials. Let's reset tutorials again. Make sure that this is working as intended. It is. Honestly, it looks good. I'm glad that it is working the exact same way right now. The one thing I do want to test that I think could be different is the test flight, or not test flight. Yeah, that resume button, that's the issue. What just happened? So here, back, and it says resume round. That's what I've got to fix. So that was another issue I just noticed today, was this resume round button not quite functioning as intended, showing resume once I started an initial round, and I don't want it to do that. I want the user to actually have to score their first hole to start saving. Otherwise, it just resets, you start over. And obviously that's not hard because you just select the course and you're playing. So I want to test that. I want to test the share feature on Android, make sure this is working as intended. Do that, check the buttons, fix the resume button, and then hopefully we're going to push this. This is what I wanted to do yesterday, but obviously the app had other plans for me. So let's start with the button thing. I need a moment before I hit the share button. Don't have a very strong mental fortitude right now over whether or not that button's going to work. I know it's working on Apple. Is it going to work on Android? I don't know. This seems to be working. Test. Confirm. Yeah. Sample round. Confirm. Okay. Let's hit it. No errors? Oh. Did it work? Just first try? Tell me it worked. What does print look like? Give me the image. Index card 4x6. Can I do a save as a PDF? Yeah. I want the 4x5 if that. I don't think I'm gonna quite get that. Can we go letter? It's cool that you can just print on PDF as Android. I like that. This is on letter 8.5 by 11. It's not a 4:5 ratio, is it? It does look a little bit more scrunched on this, but it's pretty good. The image looks as I want it to, which is fantastic. So that is, wow, am I excited about that. That just worked. First go, I mean, that's incredible. So I have this is my debug log I was using just because everything was breaking. I was trying to test it on Test Flight on my phone. I could get a debug log on my phone while having it connected through Test Flight. So I was doing that. We'll need to go remove that as well. Let's so share on Android is working. We checked the buttons, so fix resume round, remove logs from share, and then double check file overwrite on main menu. Make sure that I'm only doing that fix for everybody once. We can test it real quick just to make sure. It was working on my phone earlier, so I think it's working as intended, but let's do a reset real quick, make sure the round's still there, and I'm not deleting people's rounds. Reload. Yeah, we're working. Cool. Okay, so let's remove the logs first. This is easy. This is my file that we had created for all of the functionality with that share button. So here we need to just go delete the logs so that people don't get that popover afterwards. I'll delete these. We'll go test it one more time just to make sure that the log isn't showing. There's nothing else I'm missing there. Ooh. that. Delete these. So these are just lines of code where I was adding the debugging lines. Yeah, we don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. Oh, I see. So does this all need to be within a... Let's go delete this. I might drop that into ChatGPT just so I don't mess something up here. Let's actually... because I'm going to run into this issue more than once here. All right, let's go to ChatGPT. Have the below block of code, which includes a log variable and function, dialog. So I was having issues with this code in test flight and needed to see. Remove everything related to logging so that I can push this code to users. See what it does here. If it's just, oh, it's just saying return. That's interesting. Yeah. I suppose that does make sense. Okay. All right, let's do a reload with that. Make sure that that is working as I intend it to. Fingers crossed, right? I forget it doesn't pop up that sign-in thing like Apple does. Seems to be good. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so Android is good. We removed the logs from share, right? It didn't show. Okay, good. So I've tested Android. I much prefer testing on the Apple simulator. The Android simulator just takes up an absurd, absolutely absurd amount of memory while it's running. It's crazy. I don't know why that's the case. This one I want it to be on the new, or not new, just 16 Pro. I want the bigger one. Looks nicer. I'm going to use it for screenshots in the newsletter once we push this update out. So we'll get this loading. I'll get it running. Just test the share feature one more time, just on the simulator to make sure for Apple it's good too. Hit run. All right, so we removed logs. I'll leave it up because we're going to try the share again. On the main menu for my overwrite, I've got this fix. Round fix already implemented, so I'm doing that just because everyone's round structure needs to be the same. So this is only going to do it once, and then I'll remove it before launch. So we'll get it out for the people who have the phone downloaded currently, and then I'll remove this whole block of code. But yeah, that should be good. Right, we defaults round fix already implemented, round fix already implemented equals false. It was already saving, so we know it's not doing it again. Should be good. Get rid of this print statement. So remove logs, and then we're going to fix that resume round. So what's going on there? We can start to look at that while this is loading. Start round button text, whole parse, and is round completed. Whole parse length is 2, and is round completed. Do I need to change something with that is round completed? Am I not on the scorecard, scoring management. How does, I need to go way down here. Handle round finished. Do I ever set is round completed? Save round completed only? Is that, what do I call this at? Nowhere? I don't call it anywhere? Did I get rid of the whole thing, or what? Is the file where I actually call it just not loading? I don't know. I just hit it there, save round. I'm not calling it here. Could definitely just be moving a little slow right now too, but it's not seeming like I actually use that variable at all. It's not saved here, not saved there. It is saved here, or erased at least. To false. If I comment that out, I get an error. On the main menu, I get an error. Those are the only two spots I ever use that variable. So that must be useless then. How do I need that to work? So the user, they save a round, it needs to go immediately to the round display view. But I don't run that actually until they've already navigated to it, until that finish round is hit. Finish. If round is over, handle round finished. Round needs to be shown. Round finish needs to be shown. Only when it's pressed though. So if it's not pressed, we don't do anything. We just show the button, which is how I want that to work. And so I think the second they hit that button, I gotta clear everything out. Right? They hit the button, they go to the display view. That's how it works. The second the display view is shown, that is the hard part, is that I'm never, like if they finish a round and they go to the display view, I need to set a variable to true there. That's where I'm at. So instead of this, we're going to get rid of this. And we're going to have a static var round needs to be cleared equals false. Okay. Round needs to be cleared. Save. Round needs to be cleared. Save scorecard information, does not matter. This does not matter. Round needs to be cleared. It can be false there. Remove. Round needs to be cleared. Save. On the scorecard, when that button is hit, round finish needs to be shown. Where do I... Here we go. Does it need to be a notifier? I don't think so. It's probably not the worst idea. Probably not. Because let's think, if they go to the display, am I ever resetting the round? What happens on that back button? When am I clearing the round? Nothing. What about on the main menu? Because I know I have that function up here, load. Where's it at? It's load current round. Information is equal to this stuff. Where the heck do I set the round at? How am I doing this? User whole scores, round ID on display. I'm trying to erase it here. That makes a lot of sense. I should be. Because I'm updating all the providers, it should get shown. So I should be erasing the round here. So let's throw a print here, round erased. So then I don't need this variable. Round needs to be cleared. It should already be getting cleared. Should already be happening. And so scoring providers, I think I'm going to just get rid of this right now. Let's comment this out. All right, and then I have the obvious issues right here. So that's the one I need to fix anyways. Is round completed? We're going to get rid of this. Whole pars, I set to that. So regardless, at any point, the round should already be cleared when the user is at the main menu. Every time. Because I'm clearing it the second they hit the finish round button. If they don't hit the finish round button, then that is where they'll be when they reload the app. They'll just hit resume round and they'll click finish. Which makes sense. You got to finish the round. So if whole par's length is greater than 2, and this is false. Okay, I think I see what the issue is here. So I need to call erase current round, I think, if the back button is hit, and this is actually going to be the same thing. I think I can just do it on whole pars. Maybe I could actually, we could do this even easier. What do I set shot data to? This. And I'm not adding t, so the length would have to be more than 1. That's how this could work. So down here we could go, where's it at? Okay. If shot data, because shot data's length will never be more than 2. Unless the user has scored a single hole. That probably makes way more sense. So now we need to go down to here. And then here instead, I just want list string shot data. And if shot data length is less than 2, we say start round. Okay. Let's test this out. I made quite a few changes there. Trying to make sure that load round information. What? Round management, round loading 36. Units of measurement. What did it say? Null is not a subtype of... What? Did it not do the reset? What's going on there? Go back to main. Round fix already implemented. Oh. True. It seems like it's not though. False. Yeah, so it was not working because it doesn't seem like the fix ran, but why? The only thing I can think of is that I had actually run this in a previous version just when I was adding the round name, and then I never ran it again when I was doing the units. That's going to be my hope there. That should be, because this is pretty simple code, true, false. Should be how that's supposed to work. All right, so test one, we'll go easy, or course name is fine. Let's hit back, and it says start round. Great, perfect, that works exactly as intended. Just to double check, let's go log a shot, go back, says start round, beautiful. Okay, we'll do this. 6, hole 6, we throw it in. Well, we can get a putt in there. All right, we get finish round. It'd be nice to make that button the same style, actually. Let's go make that button the same style as our main menu button here real quick. Not icon primary, I need this. And we'll need a label round scorecard. If round is over, not an outline button, a primary button. I need to copy the, no, I already have button designs. I already have it. What's the issue? Oh, label, yeah. Duh, all right. And then this becomes label, finish round. Refresh that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we'll hit finish. What if I go back here? We get resume round, perfect. Let's do a refresh, make sure it still says resume round. Perfect. Take me to that screen, I love it. Let's do an undo. Undo. C1, basket, beautiful, finish round here. We get to this, now let's do a reset there. And now it should say start round, perfect. If I hit it, perfect. I love it. Now let's just do one more test here. We'll go easy 4, all throw-ins again, and then let's just make sure that here, now see there it says resume round. Why? It seems like I don't think this is the information that I actually want to pass. I think it needs to be the shot data, because I think the issue is that the provider is not, the provider is updating. Shot data is equal to ref.watch. Shot data sets provider. But then which one, right? That's not what I want. It almost needs to be its own provider, which is probably why I had that. Probably why I had that created in the first place. I think it's just an issue of the provider not updating. Because I think what'll happen is I'll hit this. See, it takes me back to that. But if I reset, it'll go to start round. No. Now it says start round. What did I just do to get it to do that? I scored around. I'm pretty sure I hit finish round. I think I just went back. Well, now it says start round. Why is it working now? How did I just get it to show resume round? Did I just not actually... Did I hit the back button before hitting finish round? Is that all I did? Does it actually work as intended now? I think I just did this. Finish round. If I reset here, it's added and it says start round. It seems like that's working, right? Should it be working? It is working. Okay. I think the resume around is good. Let's go check that share feature one more time. I get the image, great, close it out, no log. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Everything works. This is such a good feeling. I hope people give me some feedback on this. I really just want to know if this actually helps people solve a problem they have, or are they actually interested in keeping stats at all? If they are, is this what they would want it to look like? I've got lots of ideas, but some of them aren't always great, and I would love to... Which really, I just need to ask people. I need to ask people in person. It's not like I don't talk to disc golfers pretty consistently. That's just a sign of my own lack of experience with doing something like a startup. Is the easiest thing to do, which would be asking people if it's actually something they want, is the only thing I haven't actually done yet. But I do think we're at least on our way to building a pretty cool product. Obviously, this has a ways to go, but man, I do like these buttons. I want these to be shortened a little bit, but just the press down, quite satisfying. Okay. Done. Staying done. We're pushing out an update. This is... I can't believe it was only yesterday that I was going through that. It felt like it had been like 3 days since I filmed a video, and now it's been a day. All right, we got to stop that. We're going to clean. I've already got this open, so this will not be a problem. I do need to open up the pub spec file. Version 4, this is going to be build 18. 18 is our final. We did it. That's what this is. 17 is what I have on my phone right now. So we'll push out an 18 with these latest changes. It has to be a new build number every time, because otherwise Apple will just reject the release. You can't upload a bunch of files with the same version number and build number. So Flutter pub get. Let's save this so we get the new version number in. Let's go back to our my version history here. Removed edit course button until functionality is implemented. Yes. New buttons we already did. Nothing changed there. Was there anything else that I added in this version? I don't think so. I'm not going to add fixing bugs around the resume button just because there were no bugs. Well, that's not true. I didn't change the logic there. Fixed bugs. Oh. I think that sums it up enough. That's a lot. Lot of stuff. Is there something else that I should be doing? I don't think so. I've got all kinds of stuff we could add into it, but save those for version 5. So we cleaned. Let's build the app bundle first. I think Google's always takes a little bit longer on this. Let me drag this over here. We'll make sure I'm not showing anything unintentional. Accept. Develop. C1x. All right, test and release. I need more Android testers. Anybody watching this wants to help test on Android, I need you. I can't actually launch on Android until I get more. All right, version 3, the latest that everyone is on. Only 10 days ago, but how much has changed in the app in those 10 days? Crazy. All right, I don't think there's anything on this screen I can't show. Nope. So we're going to drag it over here. This is v0.0.4. That's our release name. Our notes. Button designs, new page designs, and so many bug fixes and improvements. Share button added to round summary to create a 4:5 image for sharing rounds to social media. That was obviously a big one. New app icon. Did I actually add those? Because that was in addition to this. New app icon, new launch screen. Yeah, there we go. Share button, Google feedback, change the name. New app icon and launch screen. Change the names of rounds using the edit button on the round summary view. Everything is largely working as it's intended now. Add whole distances for courses or leave them disabled for quick adding, quick setup. yeah, I think that should be a pretty good update there. All right, this finished building. Let's build the IPA, which is for Apple. We can go ahead and upload here. I can't drag it. I don't think it's going to be an issue. Users, C1x, build, app, outputs, bundle, release. This guy. That's what we need. All right, so that'll upload. On test flight, we're going to have version number 18 here come in. I need to open up Xcode so that I can actually distribute it. What a nightmare that was. Delete. Wait to upload it until this is good. Version numbers in. I'll push this change to GitHub too. I already pushed 17 in just because it was working, but I made a few changes, so we'll go ahead and push the actual published v4. All right, uploaded. Did not want it to be that big. Next. Good to go. Save. Go to overview. 0.0.4. We'll go and send it in for review. We'll get Google moving on that. Google's always really quick though. They're never the issue. Apple isn't really an issue, but they just review actual builds before they go out for test flight. So I could probably launch the update on Google in 15 minutes. Apple will probably be tomorrow before they actually review it and approve it. They haven't rejected a build for me yet on C1x for testing. I got a couple I think in Throw with the Pros rejected, but lessons learned, different design elements that Apple doesn't like, or namings, or X, Y, and Z. But the apps that I build are, at least up to this point, have typically been pretty simple. So there's not typically a lot for Apple to dislike. Definitely no major issues with their reviews so far. Some annoyances with them approving things and then changing their mind on them, or I don't even know. We'll stop talking about it so it doesn't actually happen here. Alright, so once this goes, we will get it validating on Xcode. We'll push to GitHub. And then I really have a lot of marketing stuff that I need to do. So much marketing stuff. I've got to go update my whole to-do list too. There's a lot that I haven't gotten to yet. Lots of things that I have done too and need to check off. So this should be pretty quick. It's typically fast once the archive is done. There we go. I could actually didn't even need to wait on it. We could have just done the archive. That's okay. Run our archive 651 should be the one. 418. Nope. Let's we'll validate it first. I think distributing it also technically validates it, but I think Flutter's official documentation recommends hitting validate, and for my release builds, I'll stick with that. I was just distributing for mine internal builds, but all right, Google's taking their time on that. Let's go ahead and do our push to GitHub here. build 18. Let's actually, we'll go build 18, release. And push it. All right, so we're backed up now, which is lovely. This is validating. Google is validating, we'll call it. Probably start going through some of this stuff. Button presses look pleasing. We did that. There's still going to be some changes coming to it that are minor that will get caught up in this. Just go through the app and document changes. But custom button designs implement throughout the app. Yes, custom fonts more or less already in there. I'll ignore it for right now. I did update all the tutorial info. What else? What else? We did do this. I'm not doing a paid buffer profile. I have a new account created. Dedicated Gmail account. I created the account. Updating links and landing page, etc. with it. Something to do soon. I don't know if I'm going to do it just yet. What do I want to do now? Is this done? It's validated. Let's go and distribute. Okay. Man, I mean, I need to just start doing it, right? Is a Discord too much? Do I actually want a Discord? I don't really want a Discord. I want the app to be successful. And my thought is that a Discord is going to help it do that. But it's one more thing to manage. And if it does get, like, I don't think it's scalable for me. Because if it does get popular, like, the more popular it gets, I mean, the more successful the Discord is, the less I'm going to want to look at it. I know that's going to be true. Nothing to do with the people that are going to be in it. It's just, staring at an app, scrolling through messages like that is not, like, that'll wipe me out for a day. I'll have no interest in doing anything else after that. I just do not, any motivation I have is gone. Leaning towards not doing a Discord at all, actually. I did that work of kind of researching it and getting the steps up, but I don't want to do it. Social media, just maintaining that is already going to take up a lot of my time, and I think that probably has a higher return than Discord will. It's not like C1x is a game either. Like, there's not a ton to talk about in the app. I want people to share their rounds and stuff, but they can do that with the C1x platform. I intend to share them on those platforms. Like, there's not necessarily an incentive to go beyond that for, like, a Discord. I'm already making my email really accessible, so if someone wants to reach me, it's not hard. All right, screw it. No Discord. Checking it off. No Discord. Dedicated Gmail account. I'm not dropping it in a community chat because I'm not creating a Discord. What I can do is we can go update support emails here. We can do the same on MailerLite. I do need to draft the email for the update. So we can do that real quick. Contact developer support. So let's go over here. X disc golf app. Someone already had C1x.discgolf taken, which is silly. C1x.discgolf app will work as well. This is going to be our permanent C1x email account at gmail.com. C1x Disc Golf app. Make sure that, yeah, I've got to update it down here as well. Okay. Changed email to dedicated C1x account. Okay. On MailerLite, we're going to need to do this too. Overview. Yeah, we're not frozen yet. I'm just doing this on another. Oh, I made a new. I guess I didn't publish a new version because there was still a lot of stuff I wanted to add to it. That's fair. All right, we can drag this over here though. This is the C1x landing page currently. Made lots of changes. I think I did a lot of this live. But stuff I'm not obviously quite ready to publish yet. C1x.discgolf. All right, that's not going to work. Disc Golf app at gmail.com. All right, I don't think my email is going to be listed on those. We can probably double check. What does reach out do? That just takes them to my website. Yeah, it's fine. Good. All right, so checking YouTube and Facebook would probably be, no, don't do that. Done editing. For now, I'm not going to publish yet because we still have those changes to make. But we'll run to Facebook first. Go to the page, change the email there. Edit details. Change this. This is going to be, yeah, edit. How many times I gotta click edit? C1x.discgolfapp@gmail.com. Perfect. All right, so Facebook is changed now. I don't think I have to do anything else. Really? There we go. There we go. All right. Now let's go to, I already have YouTube open actually. Go to my channel. Yeah, I want to edit this. Customize channel. Where is the email? Here we go. C1x.discgolfapp@gmail.com. Publish. Perfect. All right. So email is now updated across the app links, across the landing page, on Facebook and on YouTube. I don't think it's listed anywhere else. I think that's good, and I did already forward it. So, dedicated Gmail account for C1x support. Good to go. All right, where were we? We were on Xcode. That got distributed, so we can close that out. Let's go ahead and close Xcode here. Let's go back to the App Store Connect, hit refresh here. Make me log in again. There we go. All right, so 18 is up. Manage, none of the above. Ready to submit. So I think here we'll go to the C1x testers builds. No. Where do I do it at? Do I go to the build itself? Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's go to this. Let me grab this again. Okay. We'll go and save that. Let's add the external group. Yeah, here we go. Notify testers, yeah. And submit for review. Remove from review. So I think now it should show as in review or waiting for review. Yeah. Okay. So I think these are good then. Changes are in review. Changes are in review. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, and then the other thing I was going to do was create that email. So I should be able to do that on here as well. All right, sender Dylan. I actually think I'm going to have to delete it. I'll probably just delete it and we'll do a new one. Delete the dev update. Yeah, create a campaign. All right, I can do this all in here. All right, campaign name, 0.4 update, subject line. I like to use ChatGPT for these just because it'll give me emojis real quick. Give me a subject line and pre-header for my new C1x update. Yeah. Can't quite use the you asked we listen yet because sender, I like to just say it's me. Pre-header, share rounds, more course info, new design, and so many fixes, improvements. Throw it onto the C1x mailing list. Not interested in this. All right, content. We're just gonna go drag and drop. I know I created that draft email just because I wanted to update some of the blocks. Those should still be updated in this. That was the goal there. Ready for use in all future emails. All right, delete these, delete these, delete these. I don't love to show the pre-header in the email body. Saved blocks. We've got a footer. C1x header right here. And I think this was, ooh, that's the thing to update. Noted. Facebook here was this. Yep, the right page. That was the goal there. This Facebook, same thing. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get the C1x not subscribe block. Title block would be good. And then do I have a different image already to use for this? Yeah, I have this one. Projects, C1x. What did I call it? Email. Yeah, here we go. Email header, so here we just need to update the logo, which it's going to make me do on my own. It's fine, I guess. Round it. Send it back. Let me delete that. Okay. Position it. It is in the middle. Let me go ahead and download. Allow. I'll leave that open right now because I might be updating this too. Replace image, upload, downloads, email header, insert, perfect. Let me go and update this block, update existing, C1x header, update. Great. It did just save, right? Yeah. Don't need to do it down here. I'm thinking about grabbing some new screenshots for this. It does already have the share function in, so it would really just be buttons changing. Get one of the main menu too. That might be nice. Let's do it real quick. Let's go to Facebook. Let's open this guy up. I've already got the simulator open, so let's run it. We're not frozen, right? No. Okay, good. Good. I do like how these colors looked with the white background. That might be something I change. Like this might just be too much color. Maybe not. Maybe it looks better. Like the white does look unfinished. I don't know. Not a hard change, obviously, to make. Throw smarter. Might be worth a shot. Wait for this to load and see if Google already approved them. Still in review. Not there yet. All right, Google, making me wait a little bit. So we'll do this. I'll get a couple updated screenshots. I want the main menu. I want the round display. Probably still stick with this one. Yeah. So scorecard, this example round, and the main menu. Those will be the three we do. Anything else I want to change on this? I don't think so. We can keep going on the email though. I can't do this. 4 is live. Full release notes are down below. wanted to chime in here. Let's say, what do I want to say? No, I don't want to be sales pitchy. That's not my goal here. Yeah. I think that conveys what I'm trying to say. All right, let's go delete these. Delete. 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 Oh, delete. All right, so example round here, I want a screenshot of this. I want a screenshot of this. And I want a screenshot of this. Okay. And then we're going to come here. We're going to upload files. We've got on our desktop 3 new screenshots. My recording stopped earlier because it said my Mac ran out of space, so I'm gonna hope that I deleted a whole bunch of stuff. I hadn't deleted any of the recordings from my past videos, so I had like 100 gigabytes, I think, of just deleted videos. So hopefully we should be closer here. No, don't upload it. Just I wonder why they look so small. Like obviously the thing is working here, but put it on the screen. Come on, put it on the screen. Thank you. Let's go. Maybe here and here. They need to all look like this. Like they should not have. Is it a smudge on it? It's the camera. That's interesting. Okay. Let's make sure we cover this up fully. Perfect. Let's make sure we cover this up fully. Perfect. And now layer. Send it back. Delete. Layer. Send it back. Delete. We'll get the right phone in so this all looks a little bit better. There we go. The little camera still looks a little funky, but it's better at least. Okay. Let's download this. Current page. We'll get that added to the email newsletter. I'll go copy my full release notes in. V003 is perfect. I think this update gets much closer to the beginnings of a cool disc golf stats. I like that. Link to the page. We downloaded the image, so let's go replace. Upload. Downloads. This. Yes. Insert. I like it. I like it. I like it. Saved block. So next, let's go. We'll go testing first. Apple testing. Android testing. Will need. Jeez. All right, let's update that block. C1x Android testing. Save and update. Just want to make these a little bit shorter. I don't think those are probably necessary. Let's update it one more time here. Update existing, Android testing. Save and update and continue. All right. So that's that. And then we've got a, I don't think that's what I want. Maybe we just grab this one. No, that's definitely not it. Maybe it is the coming in version. Yeah. V0.0.4 release notes. Below is a list of all of the changes copied directly from my personal diary. That's annoying, don't do that. So maybe I just need to copy it like this. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's do a quick read through, make sure there's nothing silly. Filter by course. That line I just took out wasn't an issue anymore because per this I had to reset them all anyways. New app color scheme. I didn't just start it, I finished it. Grains and regulation stats to be miscalculated. New app icon on launch screen. Round display view. Share button. Set image and 4:5 ratio for easy sharing to social media. To Google feedback form. Change the name of round 1 out of 10 pencil icon. Add course view improvements. Now updates accordingly. The add improvements to shot logging view. Fixed bug affecting resuming rounds that had just been completed. Ding. Affecting main menu after rounds. Affecting main menu immediately after. No, it's not. Affecting resume round button immediately after a round was completed. New buttons. Yeah, I'll leave that as is. Remove edit course. Lots of other work. Like, I mean, this item on its own took me probably 20 hours, but it's in there. It's in. What else did I say I was going to link down below? Full release notes are down below. Links below. Yeah. I think that's good. Any other blocks that I think I need to add? We might do one of these for C1x. C1x on social media. And then go grab these. So that's C1x. Let's go ahead and update. Whoa, 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 what is this? Why does that look like that? Our social media block is. Is it my page not being wide enough? Is that, like, if I make this wider? Are we fixed now? No, it's still broken. Wow. Okay. I'll probably go test these after just to make sure that I actually got the right thing. That they're all linking properly. C1x disc golf. C1x disc golf. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, and then we'll save this. C1x social media. Save. Okay. So let's add our dividers in here. No, not here. Come on. I wonder, can I make it? It's red too much. It's black too much. We'll probably just stick with that. Yeah, okay. Duplicate it and send it down. Duplicate it and send it down. And one more, duplicate it and send it down. We'll do one for social media too. Yeah. Yeah, I think I've tried to make the emails in the past more like marketing material and less just me as a person reaching out to people. And I think I need to do a better job of that. Because that is the goal. That is the real goal. So, to connect with people around something that I just enjoy building. And that I think is helpful for me, and I hope it's going to be helpful for other people as well. Update the YouTube link there. This is the right. Yeah. iOS testing should be the same. Haven't changed that. The website is the C1x website. I think this is good. I did already check the header, right? Yeah. New app icon. Sick. All right, done editing. And then I obviously won't send this out until the update actually goes live, which will not be today because of Apple's review process. Google's will probably be maybe right now. Update ready to publish. Google's done. All right, and V4 is live on Android. Isn't it nice how fast Google is with that? Their reasoning for being fast with this and slow with other things is a bit ridiculous. They probably should actually be reviewing these, but they're not. Apple's will probably sit in waiting and review for 5 or 6 more hours before, because it'll actually have a real person, I think, on the other end of that testing it. Either that or it's a really long queue for an AI to go look at it. I don't know which one, but all right. So V4 is live on Google. We'll wait for Apple. Once Apple is, we'll hit send on this email. Let's send a test email to myself real quick. Drag this over here. I don't do the best job of it, but I'll try and avoid showing my personal email here. Or at least the email I use for this stuff. Let's go open it up. Make sure it looks good. New graphic looks good. New header looks good. That looks good. Testing looks good. Testing. That update looks good. A little too much space between that. Let me go make sure the links all work. Yes. Yes. And yes. All right, so this is a little bit excessive here, but we are going to take out a little bit of space between 2 items here, and then it's good to go. Just down here. That should be good. All right, done editing. I really should. I take that back. I'm going to go edit it again. I really should make it easy for people to like forward this if there's other people that want to subscribe. Quick referral, subscribe block. What is this? Let's throw it the pros though. C1x subscribe block. Yeah, there we go. And then this is going to get moved all the way down. Keep going, keep it going. We're forwarding this email. You can sign up for future C1x newsletters by tapping, clicking the button below. That sounds a little weird. that better. Update existing. C1x subscribe block. Okay, now I'm done. Now we're done editing. Make sure this information is good. Sender's good. Subject. Pre-header was already in there. And yeah, so we'll just hit X. It'll save it as a draft. And then that'll go out once the update's live. So, now what? Now what? I initially was hoping to start posting all of the C1X stuff on Instagram. But, man, it's tough. There's a lot to do for that, and I don't know if I'm quite ready to do it yet. Is the long and short of it. I have lots of templates ready, but I want to post every day, and it's Saturday right now. And I just have no desire to schedule a bunch of social media posts at the moment. How many posts does Buffer let me schedule at a time? How many posts can I schedule at a time on Buffer? Schedule in advance. $10 per channel. That's great. Okay, so I could schedule a whole week if I do one a day. Even I could do 2 days or 3 days with 2 posts on those days. Just each social channel's queue at any one time. Perfect. Okay. Pushed out an update. I don't think I can fully update any of these things on the landing page yet. Graphics. Yeah, those will all need to happen at once. Yeah. I don't quite feel ready to do that yet for whatever reason. I don't have a good reason for it. Do it during the week too. I don't think a lot of people are going to check it on the weekends. So I think kind of what I'm leaning into, just because it's already Saturday night, is that this preparation stuff might bleed into next week. I'll hopefully get it all done. Also start working on week 0. I'll still do some posts. I'll still post my tournament rounds from this weekend on social media using C1X. I'll post the C1X graphics. But I see this task. I can probably go ahead and, well, asking for referrals. That needs to be, I need to have the referral system built first. That's specific. I'm on week 0 too anyways. Get out of here. All right. C1X development and marketing updates. Let's go to our social pipeline here. So I've got all the ideas up here. We've got content to schedule for next week. So I can drag and drop stuff. Other marketing tasks. So we're going to go every Thursday. Send an email to C1X list on development updates, recent updates pushed, and other information. Other relevant info. Every Thursday at 1 p.m. P1. It's already in this project. That should be good. So we're going to do that every Thursday. So the create a weekly task for sending this. Done. Let's go add marketing info to it as well, just in case. Marketing news and other relevant info. Okay. Let's do a Google search here. Prompts for ChatGPT to create social captions. Yeah, I want one just for captions, though. Maybe this is helpful. Oh, no, I don't want to play the video. Instagram captions. This is not what I'm looking for. I want to make sure that it is kind of in the right tone, but more so that it's just optimizing for growth, SEO, as needed. To brainstorm caption ideas. Yeah, this is silly because obviously that is not actually what that thing is for, but I'm going to modify it and use it as such. All right, content to create every Thursday. Create all social media content on Canva for the following week based on the items below. Once created, move them down to their corresponding day for posting. P1. Okay. And then on the description, ChatGPT prompt for, this should probably be on buffer actually, discard. Every Friday, schedule all social media content for the following. This should actually go to the discard. This should go down here. Every Friday, schedule social media content for, I was typically doing this on Sundays for Throw with the Pros, and I just hated having to sit down on a Sunday and do this stuff. So we're going to do it during the week. Schedule also for the following week based on the days above. Check tasks off once scheduled. P1, that task. ChatGPT prompt for captions. Specializing. Focused. Disc golf, mobile app development, and generating growth. Task involves brainstorming unique content. Brainstorming unique social captions. Each post, each caption should be crafted for value and prompt followers and usually accept shares. Leveraging trending hashtags where appropriate. The captions should also be SEO friendly. SEO friendly as relevant. I'll just say as needed. So your task for a disc golf app startup called C1 app startup called social captions that resonate with the target audience. Now it should be for a disc golf stat keeping mobile app called C1x. Yeah. Start by asking what the post is about, and then respond in kind with 3 options for captions that meet this. For a caption. All right, let's save that and let's try it real quick. See if this is actually going to work. All right, new chat. So ideally, I just copy and paste, hit enter. The new post is an update highlighting is a post highlights the latest update 0.0.4, which includes a new share for round summaries and lots of design changes. Yeah. Great. Okay, so I think that's going to work. That'll give me some good posts. I can create the content on Canva. I don't think AI is quite at the point, at least free versions of AI, to create exactly what that content is for me. It also, obviously, I'd have to supply the graphics from C1x directly anyways. But it is great for captions, and I don't like coming up with captions. So that will be quite nifty. This also actually needs to be updated. Caption as needed. 3 options for caption. Each option should include a version for Instagram and also a similar version be shared to threads. Let's try cancel. Let's try that again, because I am going to need threads captions. It reduces the number of hashtags and characters, so I want to just make sure that this will work. Let's try this. This post is a this post highlights the tutorial video I filmed and uploaded at a local course for C1x. Is there a reason you don't use a hashtag on the threads posts? Gotcha. Okay, no, I'm fine without it. Okay, but I do get yeah, stuff like that. I might have to provide it more information on the post, but it is a good prompt. Okay, so back to C1x here. New daily tasks, number of posts required. New daily tasks in social pipeline, similar to existing. Did I mean daily there? I think I was talking about my throw at the pro stuff, which was just moving content around and scheduling. That's all it was. I don't think oh man, I don't think I needed to I think that's essentially what I've already created here with these two. We're gonna have to fill the ideas out. That's a separate thing, but it's gonna be creating all social media content based on the items below. Yeah. So actually I need a task here. That is P1 and move all relevant post, not all relevant post ideas down to the content to create section, at least one per at least 7 to create in the coming week for posting next week. We'll just say to create for posting next week. Every Tuesday, P1 should be pretty quick. I already had P1 on there. Every Tuesday, P1. So we can remove quick from this. Actually, it's not overly helpful here. So this needs to go here, and I actually want it to go up at the top. Maybe just there actually. So every Tuesday we're going to move ideas down. Every Thursday we're going to create the content, at least the graphics, and then every Friday we're going to schedule them all. Use the buffer prompt, use the ChatGPT prompt on buffer, and get them scheduled, and then we'll check them off. So ideas will get dragged to here, and then they'll get dragged to here. These should all be. I'm gonna make these all P2s as well, just so the colors are consistent. Because when I'm going to be dragging down, the ideas themselves are going to be blue. Okay, so now back to C1x, down to preparation here. I think I did the social pipeline project we have. I think the daily tasks here are good. Let me click on it, make sure there's no extra information. Setup of these posts, etc. Yep. The new daily task, this one is important. So on buffer, we're already going to share to threads in YouTube. Let me double check that real quick. I'll drag that over here. Yeah, so I have threads and YouTube connected. So the only other one was Facebook. So I might need a new daily task to share recently posted Instagram content to Facebook. We can do that. So that can be a task up here. Daily share today's Instagram post on for C1x on Facebook. I should probably do some research on times of day. This might be a question for ChatGPT. We can keep it in this thread for now. I intend to post at least once every day on Instagram. What times of day are best to post at for we'll just start here, see what it says. I'm going to assume I can't already do that for Throw at the Pros, but I think I might try it just in case. Wrong account here. Throw at the Pros, Instagram Insights. Where do I go for this? Instagram Insights. Oh, here we go. Insights. Total followers. New followers. Add insights. I don't think so. Time management is not what I want. There is no total followers button under Insights. It is Insights. Audience tab. Also not a thing. Monthly recap, I doubt it. Best practices, no. Trying to see if it'll give me some insights on too. Oh, here we go. I got gender, age range, top locations. Did not get anything on times of day. And now the back button is broken. Okay. So maybe we're gonna ignore that. Say, still can't see that. No audience button either. Just give me a breakdown of when you think I should post. I know it kind of already did it there. I'm going to see if it'll give me any more specifics. And this might be the case. Maybe I don't necessarily dislike this idea of Facebook. We can just add that. Let's go down here. Save. Maybe stick with the slightly different times. On Throw It to Pros, I posted at the exact same time every day, and maybe that was a bit odd. Always hitting the same audience, never hitting any audience. I don't know. I don't like this. Dislike this idea of mixing it up, and I can switch up the time based on how the post is set up, or give me a couple options every day. No, not Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday. Every day I'll need to go manually take my Instagram posts and share them to Facebook. Is there a better time of day to do that? I don't think I can automatically cross post, as I'll be scheduling the Instagram posts out using Buffer. Yeah, I wish it did. One to 2 hours later, yeah. Maybe I just always do it in the evenings. And if I remember to do it earlier, then I do it earlier. I mean, it's probably not a good idea. I just don't want every time I go schedule a post to have to then create a new daily task in Todoist. I'd rather it just be a daily thing I can check off. That's going to be much easier. So I guess what I could do, let's go back up to these times. No, those are Facebook sharing times. Where's it at? Here we go. Okay, so share the morning Instagram posts for C1x on Facebook every day at, the latest we're going is 11, so let's go 11 a.m. P1, quick. And then we'll do a share the afternoon Instagram post for C1x on Facebook every day. This is evening post, we're calling it. Every day, that could be 5:30, noon, 6. The 8 p.m. one is really late. So maybe I'll stick with 8 p.m. here. That feels really late. I feel like 8 is too late regardless. Let's go 7. 7 p.m. P1, quick. I think I like that. Let's add that task. Let me go down here. I'm going to change this 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. as well. I think that will be better. So we've got these tasks. Let's go every day at 7 p.m. starting. No, I'll just start it here. This is fine. Okay. So now we can go back to C1x. We did the ready to use prompt. That's done. For social captions, I think I'm done with this social pipeline project. Those are checked off. Introduction to the community channel, I can check this off because I'm not going to do Discord right now. Committing to that. So referral system still to do. This still to do. Disc golf accessories, yeah. All right, so I think I will probably call it there. We got the update pushed out, a couple fixes made, lots of marketing work, lots of small things, some big things. I'm gonna go do one more final check, see if Apple pushed in for review, but it will probably be midnight before they do. I'll just get my hopes up. Yeah, still waiting for review. But yeah, that will wrap it up for this video. Felt good to get the share feature working and actually start making progress again. Even though it was only a day, it felt much longer than that. But yeah, we're 15 out of 26, so we've gotten some stuff done. A lot of this was fairly easy. I just have to do it. So maybe we try and knock that out in a video tomorrow. But I will probably let these two kind of bleed together, which may not actually be a problem. I might just be pushing back when I'm launching the daily Instagram posts. That might start next week. Not this coming week, but the week after. But otherwise, we'll keep these going. So, yeah, making progress. As always, we'll continue development in C1x. Outside of the marketing stuff, in terms of actually coding, the starting hole functionality we'll want to get in. This distance update I'm going to want to add. We can talk about that in the next video. And then outside of those two things, it's just going to be going through the app, getting everything as cleaned up as I can. Once I kind of have it everything looking the way I want it to, that's when we'll start to jump back into my to add later list of a whole bunch of what I think are cool features. So yeah, we will call it there for today. We'll finish with the coding and the simulator. But yeah, it's coming along. So that'll wrap it up for this video. Day 11, I think. We're moving pretty quick. Kind of dreading Instagram posting, but we got to do it. We got to give it a try. So maybe I'll grind off camera on putting those templates together. I can just review those in a video. We'll see. That's the hardest part of the motivation, is creating the graphics. Even just creating the templates for the graphics. Definitely the hardest part for me. I got nothing else. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.